It makes it worse. Shout out to Kit Souls for having platinum blonde hair and a spray tan and being British. Um, I think it's also not only my girlfriend's a redhead, so she's usually pretty pale, and she was gonna do a spray tan for like for pictures for something, just like a not like a lot, and I was like, no, please. I I think pale skin's on top, not to say anything about anybody. I think natural skin tones are the best. Sorry if anybody hates. But I think it's also just the people that get platinum hair and spray tans that are usually what actually pisses me off because they're like, "Hey, the fuck are you doing? Hey." Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. And I judge people who date those people. Like if you date someone like that and you ask them out and I know who they like and I've talked to them before and I know that they're like that, what the thing I don't like, I'm looking at you differently. Because one, you're either using someone for their body, or two, you're a lobotomite. Because that shit's terrible. I'm sorry. That's something that like irks me. I think that might be the thing that irks me the most. And my sister kind of is becoming that. Like I've watched it slowly over time. She used to be really nice. Now she's just like an asshole. Uh, and it's been really sad to see. Like literally, her throat hurt at work, and afterwards she was like, "Mom told me to tell you to get soup from Panera." And I asked my mom, I was like, "Did you tell Tinley to tell me to get soup?" And she was like, "No." I told her she could get soup, and I was like, "No, we're not getting soup, Tinley, because you lied to me." And she was like, she started crying, and oh my god, like, oh. She was like, "I can't eat anything else," and I was like, "Bro, you don't have to lie to me. I'm your brother. I could have just gotten you soup." It's so infuriating because I was in a relationship for a year and like a half, uh, and I kind of watched her become. She became friends with one of those people, and she slowly became like them, and it was like she started being really manipulative, and it was just like terrible. And now when my sister acts like that, it reminds me of her. And it's just like awful. But shout out to girlfriends that aren't like that. Shout out to normal human beings. Cause like I think my main issue is like if I close my eyes and I don't hear your voice and I have all your personalities on a piece of paper and I go through all of them, I could not match them up with your name and your like it's all the same. It's all the same. I like posting pictures on Instagram. I like boba tea and coffee. I love Starbucks. I don't know. I also hate people that go on vacation just to get pictures of themselves, like at the beach, and not do anything else. That shit pisses me off. Mm. Mhm. Mm. What are you thinking right now? You're actually a lot cooler than I thought you'd be. Not that I was thinking you'd be not cool, but I had no idea what to expect. But yeah, maybe. I thought you were gonna be like a lot heavier sounding, if you know what I mean. I don't know, but I've expected that from like every interview, and actually none of them have been like that. Like I expected like Redditor sounding voices from some of the people, which and it's not like anything against them. It's just like the Call Me Carson community and who I think would be in it, and then it's just normal people like me. It's relieving. Unless you're on the Discord server, then it is probably heavier sounding people. So what's your house this season on the Minecraft server? Kind of going back to that for a second. Mhm. Uh-huh.
Oof.
Oh my.
Oh.
Mhm. Mhm. This might be a deeper topic, and if you don't want to talk about it, just say you don't, because I would understand why someone wouldn't want to. But kind of, you have a girlfriend, which you said, yeah. Uh, so cause like I feel like a lot of people have different answers for this, but like, I don't want this to sound corny. What does that kind of mean to you, like, being there for each other? Like, is that like a very important part of your life right now? Buster's girlfriend, he just said, I guess. Yeah, cut it off. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That's another thing that irks me when people in like TikTok comments will be like, "Girl, if my boyfriend did this, I would break up with him." Hashtag red flag. Like, oh my god. Like, unless it's really bad, but usually it's not anything. Like, what is that kind of like coming like I've been in a lot of bad places when it comes to like relationships with women, because well, that's how it usually goes for people. No, I'm kidding. But I don't know. It like if I didn't have like if I couldn't have a girlfriend or a wife for the rest of my life, I don't know if I'd be happy for the rest of my life. I don't know. I feel like it's mhm. Mhm. That you were what? Your mic like cut out for a second. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Could change that. Shout out Buster's girlfriend. Mhm. Yeah, I have some really bad insecurities sometimes. Mhm. Mhm. I would have to agree. Um so kind of Well, I don't know if you want to talk about your insecurities or not, but I'll talk about what? You don't mind? Oh, okay. Well, after when I was lonely, obviously, and I was kind of a jealous fella, I'd say. Uh, or I just thought like always thought people were judging me because I got bullied a lot in grade school. I was like the runner-up class clown that wasn't funny, and the class clown would like make a joke about how unfunny I was, and then everyone would think it's funny. Uh, but kind of going into high school, I was like really quiet, and I didn't want people to hate me. But I worked at a Target in the same town as a high school, so it was like, and it like, it's a city, so, but like everyone goes to that Target. It's the only Target in the city, so I would see like couples from my school walking through in high school, and it just always made me so insecure. Like I always felt so chopped when I was working there because I'd wear jeans and like a red shirt when I usually would prefer to wear like a baggy hoodie and kind of hide behind that. But yeah, I also have like, I don't know, my first relationship was really bad. Like I was getting manipulated and I had no idea. Like it was like I would recommend her trying to kind of work towards going to college at some point so that cuz it would be smart and you kind of have to, and she would like cry and say that I'm just like everybody else and I don't believe in her when I'm literally just trying to support her. But yeah, and then she said I ruined our 1 year anniversary because I told her that I wasn't quite comfortable. She was like, she was talking about wearing this like Y2K shirt it's like a crop top that shows your bra out the bottom of it. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't be very comfortable if you were wearing that and you weren't around me. And then she was saying that and I was like, I'm not calling you like anything. But then she was like, you slut shamed me. Like, oh my god, bro. It's like, dude, it was so bad. I'm very glad that my current girlfriend kind of got me out of that. Or well, it's not like I like she saved me from the relationship. The relationship had ended, and she kind of purified my views of how relationships would be for the rest of my life. But yeah, trying. Mhm. 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 Is your current girlfriend from kindergarten? Mm. Mhm. It's just like a distraction that's gonna get in the way. Depression. Wow. Wow. It's a lot of dedication. I think that's kind of what video games were for me. Kind of trying to distract myself from, cause like most of the time you don't really realize it until you have a partner, but like there's kind of like this emptiness that you had to fill with other stuff that never really satisfied that like emptiness, I guess. But like my parents would kind of like every time my parents would like let's say I got like a C and they try to take my PlayStation or like my electronics away, just like everything, I would like freak out and like I would like I'd be like it would be like the worst day of my life in my head. But it was because I had such like I grew up playing Minecraft on Pocket Edition when the Nether Reactor Core was a thing. So I had been playing video games for a long time. And I'm only 18, so I was playing like very young. Mhm. Mm. Mhm. So like cookie clicker. Uh-huh. Mhm. Shout out to Jacksepticeye's Subnautica series. I don't know if you've watched that, but let us speak. Mhm. Mm. Uh-huh. I feel that yeah, so kind of basketball was your video games, if we're comparing each other's, like you were trying to get out of depression with that. Um, I was kind of trying to distract myself. And it wasn't like I was playing games with like friends because I didn't really have any. Like I would see my friends online, well, quote unquote friends. They'd be in like a group playing something together. Together. Oh my god, that was like that was bad. But I always kind of felt left out and half of it was probably my fault, not like reaching out to others, but I was just like I was too scared to kind of put myself out there because I had before and it did not go well. So, but I found that uh, since like before when I was dating my first girl, or well I guess yeah, first girlfriend that was manipulative, I didn't really have time to. I wasn't really focused on things that I wanted to do. I was kind of just trying to like save our relationship constantly and worried about it. But when you're in like a healthy relationship and the person like is like a good person, I feel that I have a lot more off my mind. Like I'm not trying to distract myself from how lonely I am because I'm not. I'm kind of working on stuff that I want to do, which is kind of why I got into this interviewing stuff is because I'm I'm able to work on stuff I'm passionate about and not have to 100% of the time wonder why my girlfriend left me undelivered for 16 hours. Like I haven't cried in a while, and I'm actually pretty proud. I almost did cry yesterday though, because I thought the Kit Souls interview got deleted, because it only saves for 7 days, and it's in my DMs, and I forgot to save it, but I did it on Sunday last week, so and I kept clicking the wrong one. It said deleted 10 hours ago, but that was the one from Saturday. So when I actually realized, I was like, oh my gosh, thank goodness, because that was a good interview too, and I got so sad. I recommend the Dugon one definitely. Uh, I think that's Fleeg was kind of the test run. I think that one went really well. Uh, I'm sorry, John was another kind of me trying to ask a more structured set of questions, but then Dugon's like we went off on so many tangents. It was very. It's kind of like now with you. I think this interview is going great. but I definitely recommend the Dugon one. And I also have my own Red Ryan jokes time stamped in the comments pinned, so yeah. And he loved them. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I've been enjoying life kind of a lot more, but I kind of dread the stage in life. I kind of dread work. I'm really it's not I'm not a I wouldn't say I'm a bum. Like I just hate repetition, which is why I'm trying to go into graphic design and journalism, because it would kind of be something different every time. But I don't know. I like working at like a Target for the rest of my life. I would rather die than work a 9 to 5 at a place like that every day for the rest of my life. It's just so miserable. You should ask who was it? Someone was like, "I'm messaging you from my cubicle." Who was that? I can't recall. I have no idea who it was, but someone was like, "Yeah, I work a office job." But he didn't seem very he seemed kind of content with it, so whatever. Yeah, me neither. If there's no passion in what I'm doing, or like if it's kind of like a job where you're not actually putting in effort as a person, and you're kind of just putting in effort as a tool, like I don't want my job to be me being a tool. I want like it kind of to be I want people to hire me because of the way I do things, not the things I could do for them. You know what I mean? Like I want people to be like, this guy is interesting and he's very entertaining. I don't want people to be like, this guy could probably stock shelves like anybody else. Here you go. Uh-huh. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. Hmm. Mhm. I think psychology. I signed up for a psychology class. I recently signed up for my college classes for freshman year, and yeah, if it's what I'm hoping it is, which is learning about kind of the workings behind decisions and the human mind and kind of like what we do. Uh, I'm sure that should be fun. Have you enjoyed it? Oh, uh-oh. Like what, for example? So like about like how like traumatic experiences can affect you as a child, or like positive ones? Mhm. Mhm. Hmm. Oh, you were just telling me what you find interesting. Uh-huh. Um, so what kind of are you, when you look towards the future, what are some things you hope do not happen? Like what comes to mind when you think of things you hope don't happen, and what comes to mind when you think of things that you want to happen? Like obviously like happiness, yeah. But like what kind of comes to mind? Because I think people would have different answers based on what they prioritize in their life. Mhm. Mhm. You want it to work out, but you don't mind if it's not a perfectly straight road, kind of. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Then it could get kind of boring. Yeah. Mhm. 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 Like you don't care if people judge like or like dude that was like he was not like they look back and they're like what a boring life. Like you don't really care what people think as long as you're happy with it. Mhm. So kind of looking into like who you are as a person, what kind of things do you think would make you content with your life and happy? Like when I think of things that would make me content and happy, I'm a very artistic person and I put a lot of passion behind things. So I don't like a dream of mine would be my kids in like what 30 years maybe in high school being like, dude, I was thinking about this like a year ago or so, like kids at my kids high school like passing around my SoundCloud music and like being like, what the fuck is wrong with your dad, dude? Like that's just something I enjoy. Like I don't know. I like making things that kind of last, like that people can look back on and be like, these are fun or silly. Not necessarily like, dude, this guy was so awesome, but just kind of people remembering me is kind of a part of my life that I would want. I don't like the idea of being forgotten. Mhm. Uh huh. Mhm. Yeah. And then that happening doesn't make you want to die. Um, I don't know if this is narcissistic. Comments hate me if it is. Uh, I think about because I plan on maybe having kids. It's like something I could see myself doing, maybe. Uh, I don't want to like obviously you should love your kids, right? But I don't want my kids to end up being someone that I now wouldn't like as a person if I met them. Like I'm very scared. Like I don't want my kid to be some popular girl bully. Um, and I worry about that a lot. Because my sister, the way she was raised was not like that of like a spoiled brat. So I just like I think about it all the time. Like I don't. I really. It's not like a selfish. It might be like partially selfish, but I don't want to be disappointed in my future kid for what they end up being or doing. Like maybe that's just kind of me wanting to live through someone else and them kind of be artistic and kind of look up to me. But uh, I think when I think of like creativity and art, I think of it and like music making, video making. I think of it more as like a expressing yourself as a human, or just like even like passion. I want like a kid that's passionate. I don't want a kid that doesn't care about anything. Um. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. What would your current girlfriend? I don't know how long you guys have been dating, but have you guys talked about that? And would she want kids or no? Oh. Oh. Yeah. If I had kids and got divorced, I would kill myself. Genuinely. Like my entire family is divorced. Like I am not joking when I say I because it definitely changes who that kid is gonna be. I'd say definitely a big part of my just like the conflicts. Like my parents they get along, like they talk and like they work together to raise us, but just like kind of hearing like not being able to talk to both parents in the same room and like kind of have them both there for me at the same time. I don't know. I think it's affected how I like I think it's put a lot of more emphasis on my dependence on my girlfriend in my life because I'm so worried. I just don't want to end up having a kid and them becoming kind of a child of divorce because I think it's just miserable. Mhm. Okay. Uh-huh. And also, a lot of the divorces in my family are due to cheating, I think. I'm pretty sure. And I just, it kind of like, it kind of worries. It might make me more insecure about, like, not consciously, but like, it might unconsciously, like, in the back of my mind, make me more insecure about my relationships and kind of more, like, worried. Because, like, my girlfriend has to, like, console me a lot because I get very worried about the smallest things. And maybe that wouldn't happen if it weren't for my ex, but because like my ex, another thing about my ex, she broke up with me saying that it was just hard for her to kind of find out who she is because she doesn't really know who she is. She doesn't know if she wants to go to college. And then she saw homecoming pictures of me with my current girlfriend, which I asked her to homecoming, and she immediately messaged and was like, "You went to homecoming with another girl?" And then also sent me a TikTok saying, "When the alcohol wears off and you just want to be safe in someone's arms." And like I was just so done. I don't know, but I just, it makes me so scared how okay people are with cheating on people that kind of like you, the amount of selfishness, because like obviously you're betraying your partner, but your partner has wasted what, like if you were married, like maybe like up to like 2 decades or a decade of their life on you, for you to just defile that in something like that. I mean, obviously, I mean, some people will say there's more to it than that, but like, come on, bro. Like that shit. Like, I fear people who do not see it as as bad of a thing as I do, because it's truly terrifying. I don't think my girlfriend would cheat on me, and I don't think my first ex did either. But it's just like it's always in the back of my mind, because I don't want a kid and to be divorced, and I don't, you can't really control that, the other person, like they're their own person, so it's kind of like I get worried about that too. um Not that I'm like controlling, but not kind of being in control of what can happen within a relationship. I don't need to control the other person, but not being in control of how things end up happening is sometimes scary to me. uh like, most of life is unpredictable, and I find that very terrifying. Mhm. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Loneliness is definitely one of my biggest fears. Um, I don't care to necessarily be the person that's surrounded by loving family members when they die, but I don't want my death to be later than what I think it should have been, if you know what I mean. Like I don't want my life to die before my life ends, you know what I mean? Like I don't want everything I love to fade before I do. I don't want to be left by myself with nothing that I spent my whole life for uh, around. Like if my girlfriend dies at like 40, dude, I am like I'm so fucking done. Like I wouldn't even know what to do at all. Uh-huh. 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 Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, and I kind of another fear of mine is like I fear that maybe I'm like the only person that thinks that way. Like I fear that other people don't understand like the kind of like I don't know. Like I feel like maybe someone who like someone who cheats on their partner and messages them like I'm really sorry. Like I knew you were sorry you were gonna happen. Please just talk to me. I love you. Like I I don't think people understand like people who would do that. I feel like are most people. I feel like that's how most people would react and kind of like if I cheated on my partner, like I'm genuinely ending my life. Like I'm not messaging, like I'm leaving, like cause like I'm just like that's just terrible. Like I would never do that, but like if I woke up and I had cheated on my partner and it wasn't out of my control, like I would not be messaging I love you and like bro like and I hate people that cover that up and hide it for so long because they want their happiness that they have to not be affected by the things they've done. Um, uh, to all the people watching, if you communicate insecurities and your partner doesn't listen or doesn't adapt in a way to kind of like try to fix those, not that everyone's not that they should be solving all your problems, but if your partner isn't trying to help you with the things that you worry about and kind of if they aren't like trying to help at all with your insecurities and things you worry about, uh, you should leave because I wasted a year and a half of my life on that, and it ended up terribly. And now I'm like very insecure, even more than I was when I was lonely in grade school, crying because no one wanted to be my friend. So don't let that happen to you. That shit's terrible. And if they don't communicate, if they at all ignore you for anything or like if they're not communicating like you have to go because it'll just get worse over time if you just let it happen. And if someone changes on you and they're not the same person anymore, you just have to let them go. Like that's the hard part. Like I look back on a lot of memories with my ex. Like I when I think of my ex, I think of a terrible person that she ended up being in the end. But there was a lot of positive things that made me not want to leave, like memories we had together. But you gotta ignore that because that shit will life's a clock, bro. You only got so much time. You don't waste time on someone that's just gonna end up hurting you even more. Hmm. So is I we're kind of nearing the 2 hour mark, and is there anything else you want to talk about that is kind of on your mind now, or anything you want to mention? Not like rushing you, like we're next to the 2 hour mark. Let's go. But is there anything else you want to talk about? Hmm. Okay, my next question is, do you have anything you want to plug? Like your game, your friend's game, your if you yep. Hmm. Do you have any like YouTube channels or anything, or your dunking account you want to shout out? Okay. Okay. Uh, thank you so much for letting me interview you, dude. It's been really enjoyable, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. And I'll keep in touch with when I'll upload this or kind of like the details of it. Thank you, dude. Everybody, subscribe to Buster McThundernut on YouTube. I'm kidding. He doesn't post probably. Uh, shout out to this guy. Message him on Discord. friend him and say, "Yo, it's Buster." Oh my gosh, bro. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, thank you. Outro. Yep. Okay, and then I end the recording. Um, wait, where is the recording? Is it in bot? Yep. All right. Well, that was enjoyable.